Yeah, man, look some up now. Yeah, man, they did have glitch, some of fix the glitches and thing, and up. Now, a lot of people worried and around scared right now because of the security. The security minister, the prime minister, say I have full confidence in the security minister. Yeah? I mean, I show some people that from 2016, Montague was a security minister, make some big speech. Them talk about the body cameras, them talk about everything, and what them are put in place and everything, and them are control. I tell you what them are control. Them tell you what's supposed to be done, what them are going to do. But everything, when a man settle up, everything go back where, and them are feeling the people miserably. See? Feeling the people miserably. Because right now, so we have more than 100 dead. We have more than 100 dead. In that space of and a 1 month yet. Take around 20 seconds. 20 seconds, 23rd, around the 20 seconds or something. And a 100 and a 1 month yet, and we have over 100 dead. Friday, how much them say dead? Over 10. Friday, 12 or 13. It's bad. All right, so we could look on the security minister and fit them plan where them did have. So we're going to start from Montague. Montague, we'll start from you first. And the prime minister now have full confidence in a Google Gaga and in a Mr. Crab. Me never understand that. Saying, I'm not play them make you hear, You understand because the country I go back with, so I have to play them. Play this. Montague, when am I swearing?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. First of all, I wish to thank the Almighty for what He has done for me, by me, and through me. I wish to thank my family for standing with me even in difficult times, for believing in me while others did not. Mr. Speaker, I wish to congratulate you for your elevation and promotion. Let me also thank the Most Honorable Prime Minister for his confidence in me by appointing me to this portfolio. To the parliamentary staff, headed by Mrs. Heather Cook, I remain grateful for the guidance and support over the years. To my Minister of State, Senator Pernell Charles Jr., a bright, thoughtful, and resourceful young man whose assistance has been invaluable.
Everything them not bench fire, But more you listen to words. Just listen to words. So a long time them buy the camera that no roll out. Long time them say them do certain things no roll out, no move, none at all. So we have to hold them accountable for a lot of things. You understand? That's why I listen.
To the staff at the ministry and all its agencies, I wish to register my gratitude. To my personal security team, headed by Inspector Heron, Sergeant Bakud Taylor, and Constable Malcolm.
So you're an inspector, sergeant, and a constable. I mean, what gonna do them people or nothing? See? So you have an inspector that and the details are finished, Inspector, a sergeant, and a next one there, right? All right, and then here the rest of the team now. That's a one team. Listen to that.
And the section in St. Mary by Corporal King. Also,
Corporal King, headed by Corporal King in a St. Mary. So them have much team for one man. And you have enough areas in a Jamaica, them don't even have a police car for serve. Sometimes them don't even have 3 police stations. One man. The year headed by, that means it's a group of them. The man them are deal with them, them are the like the president of the United States. Third world country, yeah? All right, well, listen.
I would wish to put on record my gratitude for their work. May I also, however, Mr. Speaker, state my heartfelt thanks to my driver and sometimes my only companion, Mr. Ralston McKinley, better known as Jimmy. He has been with me every step, even when the roads were rocky and when the hills were steep. Jimmy was there, and I wish to place on record my gratitude.
Where you go to also play something for a record, you know, place your driver for a record. And a record, Pirate House in my place. That go on the record, you know, favor, you know. That's why when them custom that they withdraw this off for the record, they might place that pan record. Yeah, man. Like it's a play thing.
To my personal and support staff, a big thank you for all your work. I wish to single out Mr. Dennis Wright, my colleague, friend, and big brother. I wish to thank my 5 councillors, Doreen Hutchinson, Jason James, Bruce Farrell, Fitzroy Wilson, and Hugh Radway, 3 of whom are members of the People's National Party. Let me also acknowledge the presence of His Worship, the Mayor of Port Maria, Councillor Evan Freeman. I want to acknowledge the 3 councillor candidates who will soon become councillors: Sheldon Kidd, Leroy Sewell, and Crystal Lee. To my political team, the runners, the outdoor and indoor agents, the supervisors, the taxi drivers, the management team, it is their work and support of the people who have placed me here. Mr. Speaker, this team did the most remarkable job in the last election. As a result of their work, I received the highest number of votes as a candidate in all of Jamaica.
Yeah, the man them forgot in the business. I hear when them start from the much vote and wow. That's why the vote them have to cut.
11,710. This 11,710 votes, sir, is more than all the votes cast in 14 constituencies, including Western Kingston.
Yeah, compare votes. Yeah, people now get my vote for go compare it, man. Real work I want.
St. Andrew South, East Kingston and Port Royal, Central St. Catherine, Central Clarendon, and Mr. Speaker, Southwest St. Andrew only registered 19 more votes than I. But next time. Mr. Speaker, when you add all the votes cast, JLP, PNP, and even rejected votes, 14 seats did not get as much as this candidate. A remarkable job by my team.
Here, I know the house them there, you know, in the Pirate House, and they are talking about the amount of vote them get. Them can't say it this time around, though. You understand? That's why I say people can't be no idiot. Because not done after that, you know. That's why I hear.
To the people of Western St. Mary, I am...
You're saying to fix the constituency, but here when that promise, just listen. Listen.
Humbled and honored to be able to serve them once again. I thank them all for their participation in the electoral process. Whether they voted for me or against me, I thank them for participating. I treasure the trust. I pledge to serve and will honor the commitments. My offices in Arokobesa and Gale are open to all. I am the Member of Parliament for all the citizens of Western St. Mary.
All right, stop. So I'm right there's enough for all the citizens. But them not act that way there. Your system can acknowledge these things. Yeah? Because you have people that vote for you and some vote for you, but you're a member of parliament for them. But they are paying tax. All right, one thing.
We intend to continue the work on the roads to upgrade them across the constituency.
All right.
We will continue the college and university program and grant scholarships to at least 100 students this August. We intend to assist high and primary school students with book vouchers. We are far advanced with 2 local hotel chains to restart the hard training centers in Wood Park and Arokobesa.
So you remember him just saying that I do the one of them things. This is 2016 when them signing a national security minister, you know. The party just went back, right? He not swearing and done swearing and they might tell you one boy might do one crime and everything. But we're going to shambles.
We will move to provide water in Comma to complete the Derry Hazard supply, Richards Pen, repair the Carrying Hall supply, which is the only solar-powered water system in the Caribbean, and finally get the Mason Hall water supply going. We want to do work on the mini stadium in Arokobesa and other playing fields to expand the football, cricket, and the netball programs to include.
People them brain feel and them think that they finish up by now. Because it's supposed to finish by now, you know. But me I hear come on point out them because thing they come in and just listen and me just touch the point them when I make.
Coaching workshops. We want to expand and improve Waves 96 FM, our local community radio station.
Have that
and working with Minister Henry and Vaz and the private sector interests, we will extend the runway at the Ian Fleming International Airport to make it more active and to create more jobs. We are currently negotiating with Housing and the Port Authority to construct suitable space for a call center. We want to complete the other fields.
When I get the card sent up there already in St. Mary, that means St. Mary is supposed to nice now then, man. Because this was a 2016 speech. So would have sent me, just tell me if the one of them thing I got through yet. Or any one of them got through yet, yeah? Because they're supposed to nice up the man.
Three Hills and Galena land settlements and make more lands available for our farmers.
When you get more land too, when you get the land them and them thing.
We want to create opportunities for our people. We want to complete the works that were started in order to make the people prosperous. We know it will take time, Mr. Speaker, but we are clear in what we are doing. We are going to make St. Mary great again.
So St. Mary when I get great, all right then, man. Because this is the man when I make him speech and say I make the whole of these things. We say none of it is true. So them not do none of this.
Mr. Speaker, members of this honorable House, in this my maiden speech to Parliament as the National Security Minister, I want to pay respects to those who served before me and thank them for their service to the nation and their advice when I consulted them on taking office. I wish to acknowledge that there is no greater responsibility for any government than the security of its people and the maintenance of law and order.
So in the ear of any government, when I hear this, yeah man, just listen to the words them, you know, what them give you, you know.
Let me acknowledge and thank our international partners for their support, not only now, but over the years. A grateful nation acknowledges their contribution and looks forward to continuing the partnerships. I have taken on this task out of a sense of duty to a country that gave me everything, and out of an enduring belief that together.
People the man said that gave him everything. Them that take some. When them are supposed to take. Give them everything. Okay, good.
We can secure a safer environment for all our citizens and residents, as well as the 3 million visitors to our shores each year. Undoubtedly, Jamaica is the most consequential island state in the Caribbean, not just because of our renowned beauty and abundance of highly creative people, but also because of our geopolitical relevance. We have the notable distinction of being the third largest English-speaking sovereign state in the Western Hemisphere. The world pays attention to what happens in Jamaica. Since assuming office in March, I have sought to consult with the people at the community level, in town hall meetings.
So him do that, him consult, do know and everything, town hall meeting and everything. We're going to hear the plan where man make, and you're going to hear about all the camera, police, and the money where they must spend from 2016. The Prime Minister say him have confidence in Mr. Carver. And people are dead bad, but him still have confidence in him. Him did move that one, you know. But I could go on listening.
One-on-one discussions. I've met with the unions, the federations, other worker representatives, the churches, the agencies, staff, and the ordinary citizen. I have kept...
in the pirate house, every time the camera flip up, be a criminal man look for no guy with land, guy with something else. I'm back sitting here, you know. Yeah, man.
My finger on the pulse of the people's concern about crime. Let every one of you in this honorable house and across Jamaica, I am fully seized with the national security challenges we face. We know that many of our people feel fear and despair and have grown cynical and disconnected. Many feel helpless, hopeless, and fearful. This has made it very difficult to co-opt full partnership of the people in the hard fight against the criminal elements who are bent on destabilizing communities and the country.
The country, I want to destabilize the country. If they want to destabilize them, please, I want to the billions and billions. That's about destabilize the country. I want to destabilize the country a long time. I'm going to hear him.
Crime manifested in illicit firearms, trafficking, firearm use in committing murders, drug trafficking, domestic violence, lottery scamming, threats to our internal borders, as well as the...
Yeah, the man just said domestic violence. Don't you have judge wrong while he can't feel woman nearly kill her with chain and neck? Domestic violence, don't. Eh? But him can't get locked up and charged. Eh? None of them don't get charged, nothing at all. But, you know, hey, let me tell you this. Jamaica have a change.
Marine exclusive economic zone and various forms of cyber threats constitute the major challenges to our personal as well as our collective security. Criminality endangers not only our national security, but also retards economic growth, investment, trade, and is a clear and present threat to this government's prosperity agenda.
Prosperity.
Mr. Speaker, let me be very clear.
Yes.
This minister and the ministry he leads is not afraid of the forces of lawlessness.
He himself lawless to the people. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
We are not afraid of the criminal kingpins in this country. We will not shirk in this war against those who would wish to challenge the authority of the state and bring untold terror to our people. We have a duty to protect all the citizens of this country and every investor and visitor who steps on our shores. Governments everywhere face threats of criminality and, of course, terrorism. But we will not back away from this fight because the majority of our people are good citizens. This government understands the situation. We acknowledge the critical role of security to the growth agenda. We know the fear of our people, but we cannot, as a nation, continue this way.
Yes.
Brand Jamaica is being damaged. Our overseas brothers and sisters are thinking twice before they come home. Investors are calculating security as a major part of their budget. Mr. Speaker, we did not get to this state overnight. It took us years, and we as a nation cannot walk away overnight. There is no magic wand, no quick fix, no silver bullet.
You might give 1.5 thousand acres of land. You see, when they came out turn, me get upset, you know. You understand? Because we are talking about criminality in every high and low places. Look there.
We as a nation will have to work hand in hand, united and committed, and over time, take back our country.
Yeah, man.
Tough choices, sacrifices, patience and understanding, and an investment of faith and resources will be needed. We will have setbacks, challenges, but together we shall overcome. It took us years to get here. We cannot bury our heads in the sand, sit on our verandas, sound off on Facebook. We must get together, partner with one another to take back our homes, our streets, our communities, and our country.
But you don't have partner nobody. You never answer on the phone. You don't have partner nobody. I just the few and the rich people, them all right. Everybody else hungry. You don't have partner with nobody.
As a country, we cannot afford crime. Crime accounts for 7% of GDP. If we reduce crime, we can grow the economy without investing an extra dollar. Crime not only affects everybody, it is costly to everyone. That is a broad outline of the situation. We acknowledge, we understand, we know, but we are not daunted. We are building a safer Jamaica community by community. I will lead the...
We reached there yet? Remember 2016 when they had swearing and then they move and then put in Chang. But soon bring Chang up. Because I'm a total failure with one bag of money or one bag of sign behind him, you know. But go on, listen.
Charge. Make absolutely no mistake about that.
Yeah.
I am comfortable. I have the staff with the help of all the people, we will create a safer Jamaica.
Want a safer Jamaica? Want a safer yet? Come have all the staff and everything. Them will create a safer Jamaica. Want a safer?
Mr. Speaker, this countryman has the strength, the focus, the vision, and importantly, the political will to do what has to be done.
Yeah.
There will be no comfort for the wicked, no rest for the weary, and
no rest for the weary. Who and me want sleep and can't sleep in us. When we say no rest for the weary and the wicked and anything that, and me want sleep and can't sleep. I'm going to bed and can't sleep. Me. And no comfort for the wicked.
no safe haven for the criminal.
The man, right, reach the man and them drop out on himself before them go in and destroy the thing. Hear this.
We are going to be different, focused and bold in tackling this monster.
Yeah.
We will build on the foundations that were there, continue programs that work, put new energies into old programs, and implement new and different ones. In this regard, we have devised a strategy that has 5 elements that will provide the basis of a short to long-term program that fits within the objectives of Vision 2030 and the realities of our resources.
People don't believe them in a Vision 2030. They think we're idiots.
The first element, Mr. Speaker, deals with the justice system. We need swift and sure justice in Jamaica. However, our justice system is under pressure. Judges, prosecutors, lawyers, court staff, working...
The man that says swift justice, right? But yesterday, them colleagues came swearing at the same time. And colleagues in the UI, where they think that the education minister, I know we don't have no justice to that, you know. We don't have no swift justice to these things, you know. We don't hear nothing about no petrol jam or nothing, you know, but them did need swift justice. You see me I talk about? How much they get to you, them alone, them talk about swift justice. You think people are that?
Conditions that need to be improved. Cases need to move faster through the system. Delays increase the pain of the victims and their families, demotivate crime fighters, and embolden the criminal. Bail must be restricted in certain circumstances. We have, Mr. Speaker, 134 persons who have murdered while being on bail. Those lives could have been saved. We have one man, charged for murder, bailed, committed a double murder.
So, you see, but in the house, they're not going to charge him. So, you know, you're innocent until proved guilty. I tell us him commit, that means him sentence already, commit a double murder and get bail. Remember, the court no run the youth already, you know. So, anybody can say you do back them murder, yeah. So, me just say, yeah, what I say the youth do? That means the youth do all these murder and get bail and do more murder. Eh? He might tell me in the house. He never even say allege. Him say the youth commit all of these murder. But if it was a big man, him that say allege, you know. If I want to be in big crony, then no, you can't. You can't talk so. Call lawsuit. Take people for idiot, man.
Bailed again.
Yeah, this now.
Murdered again.
You're sure murdered again?
Murdered again.
Yeah, there.
Unbelievable. He was offered bail again.
Yeah.
5 murders. 1 man.
So you're sure that one man committed 5 murders, sir?
His mother was warned by the community not to bail him, as they feared he would kill again. She persisted. Then she was murdered. She was by who? But you not say it in and you say 6 by 1 man. But you not say who murdered she. Reprisal killing or something, alright? It is. 6 murders, 6 lives, 1 man. Yeah, 1 man. You hear him talk? Mr. Speaker, we must carry out urgent reform. And people must know that the justice system will be swift, sure, but just. The second element is social development. We need to understand that the seeds of crime were planted. Let me tell you why I'm black you look a while, because you know no sense. If you look on them man, boy do more criminality than 1 and 2 of them youth, the amount of criminality them man, and not just him alone.
But me not listen to, me just listen to them because people like you are voting criminal. Them couldn't get my vote. Never. Coming out, if me back criminal, me vote for them. And this is the truth. You see, these are the things you want to look through now. And them here the piece of shit. Them here trickle down from. But when you run, go vote for them. You understand? So me forget with that people like you because you are about them criminal here. Because they might chat off a piece of paper, but look how much. See, they move from one place, look how much millions of dollars gone. When them ready, them send who from them farm work, or them give who want make them go with them gunman, them are who with them and them thing, and them are the master of criminals. Me know about them, or who know about them. So now listen to dirty thinking criminal like this and believing in them are shit. Yeah? And them are the shit. You talk about back criminal, me not back criminal. That's why I not vote for them. You understand? Me that back criminal like Uno, me that vote for them. Me could not get up and vote for some piece of shit. And the country go down and me I help sink the country and put in back shit and shit and shit. You think me I hear that? Me not vote for shit. You understand? So Uno will vote for the shit, them are back criminal. And about criminality. Fucking idiot. Play that.
Years ago. We must tackle some of the root causes of crime, not just the symptoms. We must treat with inadequate family income, poor parent-child relations, poor...
Yeah, man, talk about poor now. They love the poor now. You see it? We talk this thing, but you don't love the poor. You know, see me in a switch. Me burn them. You can't get me vote if you're a criminal. Anybody vote for them, they know them are criminal. Them not different from them at talk about criminal. And get rid of criminal. Them are criminal. Look how much thing missing up. I know the money for the car and all kind of thing when I talk about back criminal. And una back criminal. You're a fool in a man. Eh? You're so stupid, man. Yeah, man, I couldn't get my vote for them. Me say me not answer to Dan. Me not answer to era leaders. Me not vote for criminal. So you say back criminal and me not back them. I want to go up and bust and back them. You say I want to hear that. Eh?
Educational outcomes. We must reduce illiteracy. We must equip our people with these tools to resolve conflict.
And they equip one thing. These are what them do. You know, see a paper I read off. You know, see a paper them I read off. And I take film speech up. Me unscripted. So me attack, me can't answer you just like how me answer you black right now because you're full of shit. See? These things get me upset. If you just know say them man, them people them do too much thing for Jamaican like you know see it. You don't come like the bank and take away your money and a close on your thing, you know, see it. You run the see me like, boy, me can't do without them. I go and put around, man. We not Jamaica change long time. Me not about no criminal and me not vote for no criminal. None. See? All right. Here when I talk about nothing, in touch poor with them kind of speech, pan paper. This is a theory. Pan practical. Them do what them say them I do? No. Them on go rob more. Them are criminal. And mastermind, you forget about the mastermind. Them are the mastermind. Yeah? Look how much money them gone with. Talk about criminal. Oh, me forget about them. You're listening to criminal. And criminal jacket and tie, them in a jacket and tie. Okay. So them not a criminal because you see you have a rank wave or you profile people. Because if it's a youth and them have sky in them face and maybe a man cut him, you know. You see a bad man that, you know, a criminal and boom, bam, bam. But them man in a jacket and tie. How criminal look? Them look like Patrick Bailey. How criminal look? Yeah? Them look like the man. Yeah, man. What you mean, man? Them look like the man from what him name the teacher man there? Cruel Greed. How criminal look? Them look like any one of them man there? Two from a man with a jacket and tie in the house. Him alright and him safe. They couldn't know criminal.
We have become coarse, uncouth, selfish. Good man as it seems have gone on vacation.
You want to selfish? Matak himself. We have become. Uno have become. Yeah?
Our values and attitudes are questionable. Mr.
Yeah,
Speaker, 37% of our murders are a result of domestic violence. People murdering people they know. Murder over simple things.
We know that. We talk about that all the time. Eh?
Little argument, family disputes, cell phones, even $20. We need to be kinder and gentler as a people.
Yeah. Biggest criminal them, man.
We need again, Mr. Speaker, to be our brother's keeper. We can together make Jamaica safer, one person at a time, if we pay attention to the little things, because they do matter.
Pay attention to the little people them who suffer. And them do matter. Eh? Yeah, man. Just write things on paper and it sound good too, no? Eh? Some little idiot people about criminal. When you can run up and down and vote for them, yeah? When I hear that, when you can pick up them and go really vote for them and call and talk about boop about back. So when them say something, when you follow them because when politicians say something yellow, it black. You believe, oh, it black because the politicians say that? That's how you get tricked all the time. When you just know if a criminal and know, you if you take note of what them do. And now what them just say what them do, the action when them in the seat over and over again, them is upset and nastiness. You see me I say? Yeah, man.
The third element is situational prevention. How to change the current situation, reducing opportunities for crime, and give our people hope. Hope for today and a greater hope tomorrow.
When you come to give you hope for today and greater hope for tomorrow. Remember, you know, if you put the people, then put him in the driver's seat. And before him do what right, they get you much million missed down, how much gone, 3 million US, gone a Hard Rock Cafe, how much gone from down there. So them is criminal. Can't get my vote. So when you hear me attack, nobody don't watch me. Me not support them as criminal. I not support them going a bus and do I can yam them curry goat and thing. Me na yam curry, me na yam goat, me na yam rice. Saying, I mean I drink liquor. Then I use the food catch me na wanga. Saying, all right, good.
New communities must be properly planned and older ones upgraded over time.
This half time swearing as a security minister. So I just play and you hear one YMCM put together for fight crime. You see me I say, Empress?
Communities must have roads so that the ambulance, the garbage and the fire truck and the police car can go in and out safely.
So yes, so them have the ideas, them know if you talk and hold people. So in the fire truck and ambulance, you have a road. The road we have a road now. We have a road. Hear what I'm saying? Listen.
All the ones upgraded over time. Communities must have roads so that the ambulance, the garbage and the fire truck and the police car can go in and out safely.
So people most of the time when I'm the other day, not even garbage truck we have. The fire truck, sometimes most of them now, if one place abandoned, you forget. If a place abandoned halfway tree, them have to get out a fire truck from Port Royal. And then you have a halfway tree police station and fire station. And you forget a fire, maybe a one fire engine from way over St. Catherine. Because I just want it to have and it not work. You understand? Saying? And they might say, and ambulance, where the ambulance them deaf to pick up people. You see, police have to pick up people that train a jeep. When you get shot or you mash up. You know, say, be a foolish system attack. Talk things make it sound good. But not real.
We must move to improve the housing conditions of at least 40% of our people who live in unplanned settlements. People must have proper names and addresses. That must be known.
Them do that all now? Talk about back criminal look at me. Yeah.
Too many times, Mr. Speaker, you hear that is Zube, do the thing. Where Zube live? Down the lane. Which lane? Big lane. Who is Zube? Pinky boy. Which Pinky? Big Pinky or little Pinky? Nobody have any name?
See, man, go come down with them look a joke. Because I know the lane them no move or nothing at all. Eh? Nothing at all. Eh?
Informal settlements must be surveyed, plans drafted, and this government will improve these communities over time. We have done so already. Flankers, Marmy Bay, Boscobel are but examples. Street lights must be fixed, pipes must be repaired, and the roads must be paved.
So people don't get that already. This is 2016. After we now go in there, you understand when you get all these things? I tell you, man, more than that.
We are working with the Ministry of Local Government to make a condition of approval for developments over 400 units. They must have an approved CCTV system and their police posts.
Yeah, they have the approved CCTV system. But hear this, get this again.
We will work to upgrade our informal settlements. It is Jamaicans that live in them, and they must get a chance to live the Jamaican dream. They too have aspirations and ambitions. Let us harness them. Our informal settlements must not only be a source of vote, they must also be a source of pride.
Yeah. All right, and it catch him and the man. It must not be a source of vote, but a source of pride. Anything happen from 2016 for your win come in and them thing no. I'll be a rabbin I go on. Eh? Come back.
Our fourth element is effective policing. A community-based approach to policing is essential if we are to restore yours, Mr. Speaker, and the people's trust and confidence in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Respect for human and constitutional rights is the surest foundation for effective policing along with improved investigative techniques.
And yes, still him right, that thing about to start. Cause you know, say police say, boy, me shoot, catch him with that gun, me shoot, hey, boy, go your mama. Police or people supposed to look upon. But we're supposed to have community policing for you. But them on go talk. And then them come down with the heavy and they don't deal at Taliban and all kind of foolishness. This is foolishness. You see me, I say? So them are criminal. You think me want to them can't get my vote, you mad? Or me if you take up and go vote for criminal. That I just make them stay in the same cycle. I break them and break the cycle. So who have you say, oh, you know vote because you not help keep them with them little dirtiness and them dirty cycle. You understand? Every demands change. You think private sector vote? No, them spend the money and have them like puppet.
We have already engaged our custodians to strengthen the existing parish consultative committees and to establish ones where there's none. We intend to launch a consultative committee in every parish and for every police station. We will utilize this cadre of people to assist in reducing domestic-related violence.
If you did do that, you'd reduce it for two, but them start all on not even one. They must start doing nothing like this. You see me, I say? You'd reduce it. The PMI, them cut them out. Cut the money, cut the funding, and it used to work. You see me, a conflict resolution, them used to go in and talk, and you live in the area who them can just and sit down and reason it out. And something up and them start something, cut it. It's too expensive. Couple million. Me not a billion, couple million. Them cut it out.
The JPs, the business people, the churches, principals, and civic-minded citizens are essential. We intend to increase the neighborhood watches and youth clubs. We must engage our youth because it is
neighborhood watches and youth clubs. They say anything like this, you see it put up. Me say them just write things from paper, people. Them not write themselves.
From this sector, gangs recruit. We must work with the CSJP, Hard Trust, and the NYS and other stakeholder organizations to create more opportunities for our young people. The welfare of the serving men and women of the constabulary force, the army, and other arms of the security forces must be addressed in a coordinated and structured way. Training.
And I know the welfare of them and thing, and them can't get them money with them forget.
Must be a constant in this thrust. We must all work together with the police to ensure a safer country. The fifth and final element is rehabilitation and redemption. We must redirect our inmates from a path of crime. We must audit the inmates. We must put them to work, educate them, and impart a skill.
So if you educate them, you say them know them, you know, so them know better than this. You see the same thing you talk about certain inmates, you know, and them, you say it, you know. You ain't just listen to this man, me have to play it. But you still them not put in none of this. Where that course and talk about them know, them put it on paper. Listen.
We must improve the working conditions and terms for our correctional officers. We must create a proper registration and processing center for deported persons and provide the access to the social services for them. This, Mr. Speaker, this broad-based program is all-encompassing, long-term, and it is within this context that we will move forward to create a safer Jamaica, one community at a time. Mr. Speaker, acknowledge the situation, outlined a broad strategy. let me now move to some initiatives we are pursuing. But, Mr. Speaker, let me warn you, sir, I will not be going into too much details, as in seeking to inform you and the citizens, we are also informing the criminals. And I have no intention of doing so. But I have a responsibility to assure you, sir, and the citizens, the farmers, the taxi driver, the helper, the teacher, the businessman, that we are aware of the situation and we are taking the necessary steps to correct it.
And I know it's not correct. It correct? It correct, people? So them write the nice things, them where you want that means they know what to do, you know. Them just now do it and rob the place. Criminal them, you couldn't vote for them.
However, sir, let me once again express my sincere sympathy to the people of Orlando and by extension the government of the United States for the horrible murder of 49 persons a few weeks ago.
Yes, him say what you want here for true, yeah man. Because yeah man, that's him the man. This is what them do and use and hold people all the time. But after we are living,
as a people have always supported our neighbors in times of crisis. We mourn with the people of Paris, Brussels, Nigeria, Kenya, Turkey, Bangladesh, Iraq, and recently Saudi Arabia, as they deal with the aftermath of terrorism. We mourn with the families who have lost loved ones. Jamaica is not immune from terrorism, and we will increase our vigilance in this respect. Mr. Speaker, much has been said about the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry report. This government congratulates the commissioners, the majority of the members of the security forces who had to restore law and order when the state was threatened. The people of Tivoli Gardens who displayed courage in coming forward to testify.
Look, I'm treat them now. You think me can never Tivoli I will not be so. After me vote for one and then I kill my picnic, I do something and then me I vote for one. Mackenzie couldn't never get one of my vote. If me and people duplicate some loan, some down that, you couldn't number one, you can't run down there and win. And you couldn't come at about testify. You have to go to prison. You understand? So you stay there. I want to just pay them half the money and that's it. And some know say you have some people that talk about criminal, but them support the criminal. These are the criminal, but them to stop support.
They have demonstrated their confidence in the system, and we thank all who worked, assisted, reported, or testified.
Yeah. This is I want to mash up.
Recommendations were made, and we are moving swiftly to address them. We owe it to ourselves as a people so to do. The JDF has already moved to review the use of force and weapon system policy. The Jamaica Constabulary Force acknowledges that some members failed to follow established procedures and protocols. The police has in large part, since May 2010, been working on improving the general performance of the force. And
if you are improved from May 2010 and that and now 2022, yeah, that around 12 years and me police are telling me if me catch you, I'm gonna shoot you in front of camera. We don't improve nothing.
Indeed, have gone further and deeper than the recommendations of the West Kingston Commission.
Oh.
Use of force policy being revamped. Pilot project for body cameras was done and it will be implemented before year end.
People, hear from him out there. This is 2016. Instead of done, you know. So the party must do it before pilot program. And them say year end. And then the other one come tell with the year end and I know the body camera. That means them have it, them buy them with your money. I know them not put it on. Why?
Recommendations of the West Kingston Commission.
Listen.
The use of force policy is being revamped.
Listen.
A pilot project for body cameras was done and it will be implemented before year end. The Inspectorate of Police has been reorganized and is working to ensure adherence to established protocols.
Yeah.
Indeed, Mr. Speaker, a memorandum of understanding is to be signed soon with Indicom to agree and establish the way forward how the police and Indicom will work together.
Oh.
This is an important breakthrough, a positive step. Indicom and the police must work together, not against each other.
Yeah, that. So Indicom now police now. Me think it there for us protect people right. Me not talk about criminal right, but people rights. Like when the police go point up to the youth face, in the come, they come out. So you have criminal, from you now do nothing wrong, it have nothing, police have nothing for fear. But them work together because them give me back my thing and can't find who take my back seat and draw a gun for me. So be alright. Okay.
They have worked long and hard for this protocol, and I wish to commend both Commissioner Terence Williams and Dr. Carl Williams for sticking to the job at hand and for recognizing that it is for the Jamaican people they work and not individual organizations.
You hear that?
The MOU will detail the steps to be taken by both as they engage, investigate, and treat with each other. Mr. Speaker, I will now detail as much as I can some of the actions we are pursuing in order to protect our borders, minimize the terrorist risk, reduce crime, and grow the economy. We want to assure you that we are treating with the situation, but we cannot and will not go into too much detail. However, we are going to be putting in place a broad-based committee headed by Dr. Orville Taylor to involve representatives from civil society.
So them do not Orville Taylor the parade, so them make sure dry them out. So them won't blast and talk. This is what them do all the time. I tell you, so them have people from our boat in them pocket. So them use who them want, we would make sure dry you, give you some work, they say, oh yeah, and look how much people are graduate from university and have the job. Because them want you shut up and work with them.
The media, trade unions, academia, and other sector interests. The committee will guide on policy, set standards, and evaluate benchmarks and give general advice to me as Minister on national security and our policies. One of their first tasks will be to set a timetable on all the recommendations that have been made over the last 20 years for implementation. The Evaluation Center in the Ministry is already compiling all the studies and recommendations. Indeed, it was the founding father of this nation, the Right Excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante, who said, good people must learn to take advice. And this minister, Mr. Speaker, is open to advice.
It was the founding fathers of this nation, the Right Excellent Alexander Bustamante. So, okay, so Bustamante alone are the founding father for the nation, right? Okay, may I listen? May I tell them can't read well straight now? May I listen? Yeah, man.
Many people believe that the Minister of National Security alone can solve Jamaica's crime problems. Mr. Speaker, that's a myth. We all must solve it. Together we can. I will lead, we will triumph in creating a safer Jamaica.
Okay.
Let me be very clear. This minister and no other minister can lawfully direct the police, cannot transfer a police officer, and cannot promote a police officer. The minister cannot interfere into the operations of the force, or the army for that matter.
So me and Mackenzie are saying I direct people for lock up who and them thing there. But yet still in 2016, swearing the minister cannot do this. But yet still minister tell them who them for lock up and what them for do. It don't make no sense to me.
The law gives that right to the Commissioner of Police. It is the Police Services Commission.
That's why we need to vote for the police commissioner. Because if you have a prime minister putting up commissioner, it's dangerous. You see me I say? So must serve the prime minister interests, not the people of Jamaica. Eh?
That promotes gazetted officers. That's our law. It was passed to take politics out of the operations of the force. This government is a law-abiding government. It is on.
Wait a little while. Let me rewind that again. You see them, them thing I must have made. If people go by word, you follow them,
That promotes gazetted officers. That's our law. It was passed to take politics out of the operations of the force. This government is a law-abiding government. It is
what? One more time, want some. This one? Law-abiding?
That promotes gazetted officers. That's our law. It was passed to take politics out of the operations of the force. This government is a law-abiding government. It is on that principle we will build a safer Jamaica for you and your family.
Yeah, say for Jamaica, because I'm a law abiding. With money missing all about and nobody now get hold. Eh? Eh? Break every rule. Oh.
However, we as a government has decided to make tackling crime our #1 priority. We must as a nation be...
So the tackling crime and I forget the economy, you know. And you go and tackle crime and do everything, you know. And get some job, get the youth them and get them and draw them away from gang and everything, you know. And tackling crime, everything else sees. And no health system and education system. Tackling crime are the #1. And educate the youth them where come up. That them know say, okay, me can know from right from wrong or something, you know. Yeah? Tackling crime are the #1. And I forget the economy that we can stand up our foot, you know. Tackling crime are the #1. That them do. And the country I sink. Yeah, man.
Steadfast, committed, and focused. This government is and much more. Hence, this administration is going to, over a 3-year period, make the largest investment in the national security apparatus in our history.
Security apparatus. We want back the money for a car. We want back the money where you pay and now when I get it back. No hunger that. No hunger that the police them never get the little money with them forget. Because you go buy some little things and push and say it value these money, but we not see the police them never get good pay. But we not spend the largest money on the building them and buy the car. But we not even get back the car money yet.
Never before will so much be invested in ensuring our peace and safety.
Can you imagine you invest the money there for job creation? The amount of youth that work, them have no time to go pick up the gun and go up on the corner. You come in 7 o'clock because you have to take bus come in and go back 6 o'clock in the morning go work. Leave work 5 by 6, 7 and you have to come cook the food or eat some food. You don't have no time to go haggle. But you rather spend the money in a way you're saying I do no job creation, nothing at all, no health system, nothing at all, but just fight crime. Wait when people dead and then you go look for who you look for. We not pay for shit.
We are not talking millions, but billions.
Yeah.
We will do so because it will be the greatest investment ever in this country. We will invest because we want a safer Jamaica, safer communities, and safer homes.
Yeah.
We know our needs, and while our international partners can, have, and will assist as an independent sovereign nation, we must lead the way. We must put our money where our mouth is. Crime is our problem. We must begin to take the hard choices to deal with it. We can seek assistance, but we as a nation must sacrifice too, and we must invest in ourselves. There is no other way. We have to own the problem in order to solve the problem.
Everybody hungry.
To this end, I thank Prime Minister and all my cabinet colleagues for understanding and for holding off some of their own programs so as to allow funding for the peace and security of this nation.
People just listen again. So other program where deal with anything for the kid, whether education, whether them cut every money for deal with for them problem. Listen.
For understanding and for holding off some of their own programs so as to allow funding for the peace and security of this nation.
And all we have peace. I said the following year after this, I wanted the highest crime thing go up. Look on 2017 for me. And tell me much of the figure. Just put it up there for me, yeah?
Ministries of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Tourism, Economic Growth and Job Creation, Transport and Mining, Local Government, all the ministries for being willing to invest their available resources in the fight against crime. I thank them all for their support. The steadfast commitment on the first side. Without security, there will be no tourism, no transport, no agriculture, no jobs, no you, Mr. Speaker, no me, and no Jamaica.
You talk shit. Is that me tell yourself, me no know without security, you have no, you might know one. You hear that? Eh? Man, just stop that crap, man. Start create jobs and do the right thing and put some investment and health system and thing. It capture a lot of these young people. You understand? You don't do not want to say you do. Eh? You can't study crime alone.
Our borders stretch
for
up to 70 miles offshore. Our marine economic zone can produce up to US $10 million per year. But our brothers and sisters from Central and South America are reaping more than us. The movement of drugs, people, and guns is too free and frequent. We have ordered an audit of our borders. If at our established ports we are finding guns and drugs, can you imagine what is coming in at other points of entry?
People, the truth is most of the things that come through the port of entry, you know. And about other point of entry, and them know that. Because it control when it come through. Them know. See? Them know so the war for the thing them it come through heavily. And who turn a blind and enough money have to run. You see me? I say them know. Yeah, man.
We, along with the Ministry of Agriculture, will be acquiring the appropriate technology and deploying it to treat with the security on our borders and for our resources. The Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA. This agency is doing very well. It is self-funding and will be investing to renew itself and will give soon, rather than a 2-star customer experience, you will soon get a 5-star customer experience.
The people that get 5-star from PICA now, all people that are foreign can get them passport. Or sometime all 8 months. Just this way I say. I tell you, them just chat. But everything about way, you know.
The wait time for a passport application is approximately 5 hours. Online applications, more offices and officers are some steps to treat with this. The wait time at the Sangster International Airport in Montague Bay is averaging about an hour. We will be using more machines and increased staff to reduce that to 30 minutes. We have started a facial recognition check to reduce passport fraud. We are moving to e-passports and online renewals, providing more chaos, and we will improve the service but not compromise the security. The Private Security Regulation Authority, PSRA. This entity regulates the private security industry in Jamaica. This too is self-funding. In a meeting with some of the players recently, the need for reform underscored. We must address the terms and conditions of our serving 25,000 security guards in Jamaica. You can register and be licensed as a security guard. Do the duties as a security guard, but collect the pay of a watchman. That cannot be.
All right, so I'm done with him now, you know, because you see him talk, you know, say him a total failure. Him was a total failure. Yeah? So let me say Mr. Crab now. Let me just watch a couple of footage with Mr. Crab. Hold on there.
Despite the increased numbers of homicides reported up to the end of March, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the country is not experiencing a spike in murders. In an interview with our news center, Mr. Chang explains that the police have been focusing on reducing gang violence, but the latest murders are actually acquaintance violence. Sander Williams has the details.
Yes, it's a spike of murder no more. You're listening about him saying a spike. Just listen to the man, them stupid and fool. Listen.
According to police statistics, from January 1 to March 30 this year, the country recorded 368 murders compared to 351 for the corresponding period in 2020. That's 17 more murders,
So 17 more murders. But listen, Chang talk, it's a last year, you know. This is what I'm saying.
To a 5% increase. Despite the numbers, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the country is not experiencing a spike in murders. He explains that although inter-gang killings are down, the latest spate of murders has been particularly traumatic.
They're not spiking yet, but it is what we're having is some very traumatic activity, especially related to acquaintance violence. Acquaintance violence is more, you know, in family acquaintance is more traumatic because when it happens, everybody can identify it.
So traumatic. Although it gone up, you know, by how much percent? Because there are 15 more than the correspondent period than the following the year before. You might say traumatic. It's not a spike. It's traumatic. Where am I explaining? Where am I tell people say? You see me I say? These are the things. And we're hurt. Let me just finish making
Could it happen to me? You know, and that's what traumatizes the psyche of the people.
The security minister adds that the recent incidents of people being killed by persons known to them are worrying, and it will require high-quality policing to prevent other such deaths. Dr. Chang notes that while there has been significant emphasis placed on reducing gang violence, the police will now have to give more attention to acquaintance violence.
The increase in what is acquaintance violence is particularly worrying. It will require not only
acquaintance people are be a foolish someone attack, you know. You see the same thing with them call gang violence. Youth and youth in our era, so you're acquainted to them same way. You know them want to fall out and maybe want to split. So you matter about acquaintance like some enemy, like nobody no know nobody and them just a fight. If you have a fight, you have to fight to win. Our people live in a era know each other and them a fight. So even if you say domestic, you say you hear some man get up and at the same thing, they know each other. We have to talk about acquaintance. And it's different from gang this and that. Be a foolish system attack. Is that Mr. Crab? See? I be a foolish system attack. Acquaintance.
Extremely high quality policing and some changes in terms of how we approach. There's policy to cover it, but in the execution we have to look at how we deal with that now, because while we keep men deployed to deal with the gangs, we'll have to be very sensitive to complaints when we receive them in terms of the potential for acquaintance violence.
He says there's also a need to increase the number of police personnel available to deal with such violence.
You could see in the case of the individual who was chopped in a square, I forget exactly which square, a police was nearby, and that reflects also the need to have more of our manpower deployed in certain spaces. We have expanded recruiting, we have expanded the facilities by training, and therefore expect over the next 2 to 3 years to really get our numbers to where it should be, so there can be more officers in the critical spaces.
But if you see violence, if you see some violence, don't it traumatic, don't it? Eh?
Recently, Prime Minister Montague Horace said in the short term, his government is depending on the zones of special operations and hopefully the return of the states of public emergency to address Jamaica's crime problem. Sandy Williams, TVJ.
All right, so let me just take up something now with the Prime Minister. After them, I run through a bag of things, yeah? The Prime Minister said, well, he have faith in this man, yeah. Them man, yeah.
The pressure.
Sita, look on this.
The pressure is intensifying for Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang as the country's crime numbers continue to surge. One prominent clergyman, Dr. Alvin Bailey, is calling for Dr. Chang to resign or be relieved of his duties immediately. This stems from a recent cabinet reshuffle which resulted in Chang being one of the few ministers to retain his post. However, Prime Minister Montague Horace claps back at naysayers and vows to stand by the security minister as he says he's confident in his abilities to curtail crime and violence.
I cannot, at this point, unduly interrupt the plans laid and the institutional knowledge that has been gained, which Minister Chang has been at the helm of at the ministry.
What kind of plans and what kind of gain and institutional knowledge? What am I talking about? And him believe in a chance so you don't move him. Eh? You can't say more than 100 people dead right now. And I talk about the plans. Then you have plans to so much people dead. Saying I move him. Man, I know where I do. Not a plan.
I have full confidence in Minister Chang,
in
his knowledge, his competence, and
people are dead and they have full confidence in him knowledge and him competence. Incompetence.
Minister Chang, in his knowledge, in his competence, and in his heart.
Prime Minister Horace says there's a solid long-term plan for fighting crime, which Dr. Chang has already started executing. Therefore, he says it would be unwise to remove the minister in the middle of said plans.
It is
what kind of plan?
The most difficult portfolio in the country. It requires a long-term commitment to the plans that we have in place. We are not going to change the current situation through a flip of a switch.
So the current situation, may you say not change it with the flip of a switch? The situation, yeah? With Chang at the head? Tell them, man, some people that talk about criminals. Say criminal, I'm telling you this, if you have sense.
flip
Nah, vote for them.
or switch. The problems are deep-rooted, and they require significant structural, institutional, cultural, and resource reform.
He says the country is at its best in how the police have handled the crimes without lives being lost. Holness says much has been done to secure Jamaica's borders both on land and at sea.
What you're seeing before you now is a police force that is far more intelligence-based than at any time ever.
Yo, when I say intelligence, yo, me never want to listen to Andrew. Me never really want to listen to you neither. No want to listen to you. Far more intelligence based, I hear them about you out for money and I go and bad too. Like some sketch you on a back road. Hear them go and bad for their money. They want their money. Yeah. Yes, far more based with intelligence, this and that and all kind of things. Nobody come give them talk there. We don't have foolishness with them, you know. You see? So me I show you say, and I know, me have had some other video, me never not run them because them 6 tomorrow. See? But this I don't know, him believe in a film national security minister and film Google Gaga. Although the country is parallel, I go so. I go the wrong way. We not reach 30, we not reach 1 month yet. We not full of the 1 month of January yet. No. But over 100 people dead already. Over 100 people dead already. The man that I show before, he talk about road and honesty and everything, but yes, still, you name in a hard rock thing, you name down in the alumina thing there, so you name in the car scandal business there, so the money, but go and feet and when I get it back and nobody now say nothing. I want to talk about criminal. Eh? All people want so no just come up with some boss and put on some clothes and say boom bam. Let me tell you this. If me say me not a criminal, me not no criminal. So if you are going to pose up like a politician, me not vote for you. If you notice this, if you have some YouTube, me say, okay, you know the reggae music, you know the dancer, me not advise you, me not advise them. That's just me. So me just take my stand. Me not vote for no. So when a man say, but you look me at you know, like you look back, you have to talk the criminal. Me attack against the criminals. Me attack against the mastermind criminals them. So we don't call them criminal, we don't call them yes sir and all kind of things, all when things are missing up front of our face. Like we know it in a real, look at them in a jacket and tie and them in the house. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. You have to hold them accountable. Them are criminal, you have to make them know them are criminal. We want the police was to start lock up who forget lock up, them not going to do it. Prime Minister put in a Google Gaga. Nobody not get no lock up. You see me I say? Yeah man. Them now get no, you see, they take them everyone them are the same thing, and the same thing you get from Mr. Crab. Him not talk, him no, it don't make no sense. You sit down there, you run it. You understand? You understand? Because all them do is is man come with that smile and just talk tongue, like Montague they talk tough. And say him uncle hold man and and then you put him somewhere else and then something else can. You see? Yeah man. Me know say and then them dedicate for fight crime, not for create job, not for fix the infrastructure, not for the broken infrastructures, fix up the thing them, create opportunities for the young people them and for everybody. But not all fix the health system and these things, not to do that, fight crime. Some wait when you get a gunshot or something drop down and dead and then some man come say them I investigate. They are going to look for who them here said do it. You understand? Because most of the time why the youth them go to prison and because them are really have nothing with them, the judge just a work and know say, hey, them youth are come front of me already, So they are going to sink them, Yeah, but I'm not tune up ballistic, nothing at all. Most of the time them send me some youth, them not have no gun or nothing. I'm not joke. You just send them away. If I find them, them that get away and foreign country and like it's America stuff. But them not upon you see? They tell you how much money they invest in the eye, in a thing the eye. If me they play out some things I tell you in the Jamaica I am show some things and not go so. I know the body camera here, what them I say? Them put it on try them put it on thing the first, the test run, and it'll come out fully. 2016 people. These are the things that have to hold them pan, hold them account, hold them foot to the fire. See? So it come out, and then Mr. Crab did come back and say, I think 2019, the body cam, them test, and then you see the commissioner run Google Gaga come out and say, them test and then they can buy some other one because I know it can't roll out. Then they keep people happy. You don't see what I want. See? Work and clean up the force, and work and clean up Jamaica, make people work with the force and them life not be a top. You understand? Somebody just me a video, you know, some police are running out a girl out of application. Yeah. Like me know them as him now, I'm not gun in there, not gun. And we can't show this right now, but you know. Let me say, I wonder me can't show, I wonder me can't get it done. See? I say me have no gun. I say me can't get it done. But you all police start to even, you know, you can't run out and move for this. You know, me no know what happening, you know. But Jamaica you can't go down that's you have to just be a professional. If you're a professional, just stay a professional, man. Stop the foolishness. You see? And joke, man, stop the foolishness. You understand? Yeah, man. So even if you got to quote a man, all right, I'm sure.
Him don't have no gun. Him gun. Him not none. Him not none. Yeah.
Not by right now. I'm sure not go wrong no police. I'm not sure when I run.
That's how people community come do. Yeah. I'm glad the innocent them.
Alright, so I'll show you something. I'll show you something, police. I'll show you something. If you want to say I'm gonna have a gun, I want to go for a gun, see? I'll show you something, police. But I see what's left now. See? This will give the right for go there, so and say me now leave me get it. Yeah, the thing I tell you say if you're going to go to church, you make sure you carry somebody in there. You can't let them out. Like, you know, just do the right thing. Just the right thing what we're going to do, you know. We're not going to like without some dirty nigga. I mean, I said it will stop. Just do the right thing. So if you go in there and I go in there, they may see it and you make them see it in front of them. So I go in there. You understand? If none of the no there. But you don't have to push them out. Don't do it. See? You see me can't find that video there. Where the video there? Right there. I try to look for it. Come just take it down in about more to not see it. You just play it when you hear it out. Alright, let me see if I can find it here. Look for this. Like this. And I hit this. That's show them. I try to find it, but let me put it. Let me see where I put it there. Put it. Okay. See my name it. Alright, so. See that? One see. My question.
Him don't have no gun. Him gun. Him not have none. Him not. Man, I lock the door. Man, I lock the door. And he can't lock me out. Yeah, he can't lock me out of our place. Him not have nothing. Him not have no gun, brother. Him not have none. Him have been picking them out live far and I work far. One good bumper and start fuck it. That's all going to people community come do. Yeah. I kill out the innocent them. This the right. You can't pull up him room.
Alright, so you gotta do a search, you gotta do a street proper. So if you say have a gun and a gun is there, you will get the gun. See, if you don't have to go with no ignorance, you know, just keep it professional, police. But I see what's going on. See? So you're going there for a search, you have to carry somebody in there, you know, you have a search warrant to carry someone in there. That means them can't see what you do. That means nobody can accuse you of planting something. You understand the warranty that tell you that? We really don't know how it for go. But you can't lock her out and go in there, you can have something in your pocket and just put on. So you ever find this and you know these things. So you don't continue to do the same thing and break down the force. Stop it, man. If you have a gun and anything there, you find it, you know. And if you don't find nothing, no plant nothing. Just be real. Just be real, man. Stop the foolishness, man. See? You now go uptown, go do that. See the man there, and simply down in a mobile there. See the man down in a mobile there. See the little picture there. I see it. The people them now them are going on hard time. You still come with liar. Only never separate them and not lock them up because them too big and heavy. So them are going to hard time investigators and them now cooperate and not do them not a little boy short cut. Saying? So look on the two laws. We are go there, so you know, say, okay, me are going as a research. Come, look what we're doing, and you say, just make sure it clean. Just do it, do your job and do it right. Not do it for a personal vendetta, not like, you know, hey, me I get him, man, get rid of him, go plant 2 bullets in that, man. Don't do these things, man. See? Just consider yourself and consider you must have brother, and you must have niece and nephew, and you must have, you know, your kids, them are somebody or some cousin and them thing. You don't want them going at the same predicament there. Get real. You understand? No man, we have to keep it real, you know, people. We talk to them straight, you know. You understand? We have to talk, look on them and talk to them. Stop the foolishness. Just get real, stop the foolishness there. You see me, I say? So if you go in there and go in there, like him to get charged, no problem. But don't give them one. You're going there, it tell you, you know, you're coming to a place to go search. Somebody who live in the house, them to come with you, you search. You don't go up front of them and go put anything and do nothing out of the way. Can't work. It's supposed to dash your court too. See? You know that. And the judge them not do the right thing. See? So if it said no, you have to carry the person, if you search up them thing and you make them see everything, not no mash up and them can identify one them see clearly. Only can the 2 different places. So if you have a person that's searching yourself, you not search in front of them. So you not search yourself, Amanda this, so that means person of it, and you can't sleep in something. Stop to the foolishness. Stop break the law for uphold the law. Stop it. We get a better Jamaica that way there, yeah? Alright, me there. Alright. So Andre did send me something. I said, you know, maybe I gotta talk to him today. I'm gonna tell him so I gotta talk to him today. So I'm go and see what I do now. Because I have a bag of things to go do. And then declare when this by 4 call, 4:30 now. So Andre soon call, yeah? Alright, cool. Me there, yeah? Lonesome. I'm up. Stop take the foolishness from politician here. When them chat them big chat there, but not do. Go break it down, hold them accountable. And anyone who come and talk about you love this, listen. Any police that fight against stones, some of them are criminal. Because I know me not call out no man, no. You know, you ever call a name, look how much police in the police in the force. Over 12,000, no. Me not sit down here and call 12,000 name. So if they come up on your name, run on the radar, I'm call you out. See like a call out some man and run them way. We no business. See? And then we're supposed to be law abiding. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, man, you can't be criminal and police, can't work. So we have to clear up the thing. Me not gonna help no criminal. And aided and betting no police. What do criminal activity to go catch a criminal? Me not use criminal to catch criminal. Me not do that. You have to clean, you have to good. When you're good now, me support you and back you. Me say me not back no criminal. Me not care. Me not backing you. See? Especially when you get paid for serve and protect. Remember a criminal out there saying, only if you catch him at 12,000, not only, you know. See? So, only if you go deal with him or whatever, people help. But you can't bother people and do these things, it now go nowhere. And when you're a criminal with badge and going and get rich out for something you're not supposed to do. If me know me about you myself, or you mean me I expose you, and the joke me I make. You see me I say? Yeah, man, we not get paid, we not get food to work, you know. But we want the country for better. So we don't want, true you have a badge and gun, and you're a criminal, me follow you. And if you call the next man criminal, but you're the biggest thief, how that work? You can't, that's stupid to me. Say you're a criminal and you're supposed to uphold and respect the uniform. You don't respect the country. Me respect the country, me I fight against what you do. Me I fight against what you do. Yeah, man. You see me I say? Me I go fight against what you do. And you fight criminal and you're not the bad. Me I go fight it. Me no business. And you politician and you with them thief, me I go expose them to me no business. The big man them, you have some man with the big man, you see them give right away, you have with tailor this and that. You can't call one someone say boom bam bam. Call one someone abandon no. See? So something I look from them now when I abandon them. The man say, yeah man, you up with me now put him on a peer list. Can't put me on a peer list, man. Not for sale, you know. You understand my bone, you know. See? So for your fight against Jamaica, you get paid for uplift the thing and you fight against the thing, I burn you out. I expose you. For me know about you, I expose you. See? Yeah, man. They expose them and win a business. But they are here, lonesome, keep it real, yeah? Now follow them, you know, we have to start hold them accountable. I'm telling anybody, we have to stop vote for criminal. We have to take note. Now make the thing that's passed, you know, take note what them do. Take note, just draw back in them career. No all computer age, you know, electronic age. So you just draw back what them say and what them not do and everything and you use it against them. Hold them accountable. See? They are here, lonesome.